What's going on, lads and lasses? So I've just seen it there on Twitter, put up by Newcastle United. Our former player and former manager, Special K, King Kev, is currently undergoing some treatment after being diagnosed with cancer, which is really horrible to hear. I mean, this guy is the guy that, made a lot of us fall in love with Newcastle United. If you were born, in the 90s or grew up during the 90s, this guy was Newcastle United. He is still to this day Mr. Newcastle United, is Kevin Keegan. This guy could literally turn anybody into an absolutely amazing player. This is the original man of the people, King Kev. And to hear, that he's been admitted to hospital for further evaluations of ongoing abdominal symptoms that he's had, and then for be hearing that it is being diagnosed as cancer, it's really, really hard to take, because, like I say, this is a guy that I've looked up to all of my life as a Newcastle United fan. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Like I say, if you were born or you grew up during the 90s, this guy is Mr. Newcastle United. This is the guy that, when everybody else didn't want to or didn't have the balls to take on Manchester United, this guy did it. King Kev. And that is why, this guy will always be high up on the top of the ladder for me as Newcastle United managers, right up there with the likes of Sir Bobby, right up there, with the likes of Joe Harvey. These are brilliant, brilliant guys. And to say, King Kev in a situation like this is really heart-wrenching. It really, really is. And I feel for his family right now, having to go through something like this. I feel for King Kev having to go through something like this as well. I really hope he pulls through. He comes through the other end on this, because, we're all rooting for him. We're all behind him. We're united as a fan base, and King Kev is one of our own. He's done a lot for this club over the years. Even now, to this day, when he's no longer in that dugout, he's still an influential voice for Newcastle United in the media. In whenever he gets a chance to talk about Newcastle United, he's always an influential voice, and he can still, sell you the dream. He can still, do wonderful things, and we don't want to see that being cut short through some horrible disease that has took far too many great people from this world. So hopefully, praying everybody's behind Kev here, everybody's behind him, everybody's rooting for him, and even more reason tonight for the lads to go out there with this news and put in the best performance that we've ever put in a game, and get that win for King Kev tonight against Leeds United. Should be dedicated to King Kev, and I'm sure it will be, because this guy is, like I say, the epitome of Newcastle United. He is Mr. Newcastle United himself, Special K, King Kev. And I don't know if anybody else, had the same feelings, but my heart sank when I heard this news. And hopefully he does come out on the other end of it, because we want to see King Kev back at St James's Park. And it's really just sad to see this kind of news coming out about such a great guy, such an influential guy, such an amazing gentleman. He's always very gracious, always very happy to take photos with people, and he's always got time for people as well. And I just want to see King Kev come out the other side of this. I'm sure a lot of you lads and lasses out there will be exactly the same. But we're rooting for you, King Kev, mate. We're rooting for you, and we hope you come out on the other side of it. However, lads.